One boat has bulletproof glass and its own missile defense system. It needs over 90 crew members to run and costs more each year to keep than many small countries spend on their armies. For most people, a simple fishing boat or a small sailing yacht is a dream. But for the world's richest people, money has no limits. They want a boat that is bigger than anything else, a moving palace on the water. This desire for the ultimate status symbol, a place of complete privacy and luxury, started slowly. At first, rich families just wanted a bigger, nicer boat than their friends. They wanted more cabins, a faster engine, or maybe a small swimming pool. These were still big boats, but they were still boats designed to sail the seas for fun or travel. They had a captain and a few helpers. The idea was simple: enjoy the ocean in comfort. But then things changed. The super-rich started to see their yachts not just as boats, but as floating islands. They no longer wanted to buy a ready-made luxury boat. They wanted something unique, built only for them. They wanted to start from zero, with an empty drawing board. This was the start of the mega-yacht era. It was no longer about having a big boat. It was about having the biggest, the most private, the most powerful boat. They wanted features no one had ever seen before on water. This meant hiring the best designers and the most famous shipyards. It was a race to create something truly special, a statement of their wealth and power that could sail anywhere in the world. The making of these huge yachts is a massive project. It begins with a secret meeting between the rich owner and a top yacht designer. The owner says what they want: a cinema, a gym, a spa, a helipad for 2 helicopters, a submarine, a hospital, or even a room just for flowers. The designer then draws up the plans. These plans are sent to a shipyard, often in Germany or the Netherlands, which specializes in building giant boats. Thousands of workers are involved. Steel plates, each weighing many tons, are cut and welded together. Then the engines, propellers, and many miles of pipes and wires are put inside. After that, the inside rooms are built with custom-made furniture, expensive wood and gold parts. It can take 5 to 7 years to build one of these boats, and the cost can be over $500 million. When a yacht like the Eclipse is finally finished and ready, it is a sight to behold. This boat, owned by Roman Abramovich, stretches over 530 feet long. That is longer than 2 football fields. It has 2 helipads for his private helicopters. It has a huge swimming pool that can turn into a dance floor. Inside, there are 24 guest cabins, a special cinema, a hair salon, and 3 smaller boats for trips to shore. It also has a special system to stop photo takers from using their cameras. For security, there are bulletproof windows and a missile detection system. The crew quarters are just as nice as a good hotel. When it sails into a port, it stops everything. People stand and stare, unable to believe such a thing exists. It is like a small city moving on the water, showing off its owner's great wealth. But owning such a giant boat brings huge problems that most people never see. The first problem is the cost. Building the boat is just the start. To keep a yacht like Eclipse running, it costs around $50 to $80 million every single year. This money pays for the more than 90 crew members, including captains, engineers, chefs, waiters, and security guards. It also pays for the massive amounts of fuel. Just filling the fuel tanks can cost more than $1 million. Then there is the cost of repairs, cleaning, and painting the outside every few years. Finding a place to dock such a long boat is also hard. Many small, pretty ports cannot take a boat this big. The boat often has to stay far from shore, and guests use smaller boats to get to land. This constant spending and difficult managing makes owning these yachts a huge job. Sometimes these amazing boats face big troubles. When countries put new rules on rich owners, especially from certain parts of the world, their yachts become targets. For example, some very large yachts like the Dilbar, owned by Alisher Usmanov, suddenly could not move. The Dilbar, which is almost 512 feet long and has one of the biggest pools ever put on a yacht, was stopped in a shipyard in Germany. The local government stopped it from leaving. Its owner was caught up in global politics and new laws. The huge boat, which needed hundreds of people to keep it running, was stuck. It just sat there, waiting, unable to sail the seas it was built for. Its beautiful rooms and advanced systems could not be used. This showed that even the most expensive and powerful yachts are not always safe from problems in the real world. Today, many of these giant boats still sail the oceans, a secret world for the super-rich. Some are used often, sailing to beautiful places like the French Riviera or remote islands. Others sit for months in private docks, costing huge sums of money even when not moving. They are amazing to look at, wonders of engineering and design. But they also show a great divide in the world, where some people can spend hundreds of millions on a personal boat, while many others struggle with basic needs. These yachts remain symbols of a life most people can only dream about, floating palaces that hold incredible stories and secret lives, still sailing on the edge of what is possible.